All right, get ready for an absolutely wild scientific detective story. We are diving into one of the most incredible and frankly unbelievable discoveries in modern archaeology. It's a story of fire, a lost city, and a secret that was preserved for 2,000 years. I mean, just think about that question for a second. It sounds like something straight out of a comic book, right? How could this softest, most delicate organ in our body survive one of the most famous volcanic eruptions in history? And not just survive, but be transformed into glass? Well, believe it or not, the answer is a resounding yes. So picture this. You're an archaeologist, right? You're carefully working in the ruins of Herculaneum, a city wiped out by Mount Vesuvius. You come across a skull, and when you look inside, you don't see dust. You see this weird, shiny, black material. It's fractured and it glints in the light like obsidian. It looks for all the world like glass. And that's where our mystery really begins. To figure this all out, we've got to go back in time. Think of this as a 2,000-year-old cold case. We have a victim, a scene, and a very, very strange piece of evidence. This is basically CSI Ancient Rome. Okay, so the year is 79 AD. Mount Vesuvius absolutely explodes. Now, you've heard of Pompeii, which was slowly buried in ash. Herculaneum got something much, much worse. It was hit by a pyroclastic surge, basically a superheated avalanche of gas and rock moving at hurricane speeds. It incinerated everything in its path, instantly. And our victim was caught right in the middle of it. And this person wasn't just anybody. Their remains were found on a wooden bed inside what was known as the College of the Augusteos. It was a sacred building dedicated to the worship of the Emperor Augustus. The thinking is, this person was probably the caretaker, just going about their day when disaster struck. It really gives a human face to this ancient tragedy. So we have our victim and the scene of the catastrophe. Now we head to the lab. It's time for the forensic investigation. How on earth did scientists prove that this bizarre, glassy stuff was actually what they thought it was? This was the million-dollar question, wasn't it? It's one thing to have a hunch, a wild theory, but in science you have to prove it. The team needed to find cold, hard, biological proof locked inside that ancient glass. And incredibly, they did. They went looking for what you could call biochemical fingerprints, and they found them. Using some seriously advanced tech, they identified proteins that are unique to the human brain. They even found fatty acids that come from human hair. But here's the kicker, the absolute jaw-on-the-floor moment. Under an electron microscope, they could still see the person's neurons, the actual cellular structure of the brain, perfectly preserved in glass. That was the smoking gun. Case closed. You know, finding any kind of ancient brain tissue is basically the holy grail for archaeologists. It just doesn't happen. But finding it turned to glass with the cellular structures still visible, that's something scientists would have told you was completely impossible. This is, without a doubt, a one-of-a-kind find in all of human history.
Okay, so we've established the what. It's a brain, for sure. Now we get to the really fascinating part, the how. How does a brain turn into glass? Well, it turns out you need a very specific and very violent set of circumstances.
The scientific process is called vitrification. The easiest way to think about it is like making hard candy or glass. You heat something up until it becomes a liquid. Then you cool it down so fast that the atoms just freeze in place. They don't have time to line up and form crystals, so you get a solid, glassy material instead.
So just how hot are we talking? Well, by analyzing charred wood from the site, scientists got their answer. A mind-boggling 520 degrees Celsius. That's almost 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the kind of insane, instantaneous heat you need to kickstart this whole process. So here's the perfect deadly recipe. Step 1. That wave of extreme heat hits our victim. It instantly vaporizes their body fat and soft tissue. Step 2. Inside the protective casing of the skull, the brain doesn't vaporize, it liquefies. Step 3. Immediately after the heat blast, the temperature plummets as tons of volcanic ash, which is much cooler, buries the body. And that's the final crucial step. This rapid cooling makes the liquefied brain solidify into glass, an absolutely terrifying, unique sequence of events.
So this is way more than just a cool, morbid curiosity. Solving this ancient puzzle has given us a completely new way of looking at the past. So let's talk about why this one discovery is so incredibly important. The best way to get it is to compare vitrification to something we're more familiar with, like mummification. Mummification is great. It preserves the basic shape of organs, but vitrification, it preserves the actual cellular structure. It's like the difference between having a blurry photo of a house versus having the original detailed architectural blueprints. It gives us a microscopic snapshot frozen in time.
And that's the whole ballgame. This is the real takeaway. For the very first time, scientists have the chance to study the central nervous system of a person from the Roman Empire at the cellular level. This isn't just an artifact anymore, it's a biological time capsule. So, all of this leaves us with one final, awe-inspiring question. The glass brain of Herculaneum happened because of a perfect, violent, 1 in a billion set of conditions. And it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other impossible secrets are still out there, buried under ash or locked in ice, just waiting for the right moment to be discovered?